Good morning and welcome, everybody. This is the Thrive Network, and today we are thriving in wealth, freedom, and purpose. And I'm super excited to have girl boss extraordinaire, growth accelerator, and multiple-time entrepreneur, Lauren Dallas, join us today. Today we are going to be chatting about something quite exciting. Lauren has been at a Facebook Accelerator, and she's going to tell us a little bit about that and also about omnipresence. So we're talking social media marketing. I always know, the marketing gurus have said it a million times before. When you've got a niche, focused, targeted market, that's when your company or your business really, really thrives.
Like, what makes your business, your community, your brand stand out from others? And I also like to think of niching as something that you can do. It's easy to think, okay, a niche needs to be like male or female, old, young, a dog versus a cat, really practical things. But I wouldn't overlook like attitudinal niching. When it comes to niching, it doesn't have to be like the visuals. It can be more behavioral, attitudinal elements.
I think that also ties in with me, because my focus as well as future females, and I think that's why we work so well together, is people who want to thrive in all areas of their lives, people who want to really grow in all areas of their lives. And so that's growth mindset, and that already is a niche, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes.
Good morning and welcome, everybody. This is the Thrive Network, and today we are thriving in wealth, freedom, and purpose. And I'm super excited to have girl boss extraordinaire, growth accelerator, and multiple-time entrepreneur, Lauren Dallas, join us today. Lauren, how are you doing?
I'm really good. Thank you. Yes, thanks for having me. Hello, everyone.
Absolutely a pleasure. I know that a lot of people are tuning in on Facebook and on Instagram as well. So if you see me looking down, guys, I'm trying to see your comments to make sure that I'm seeing everybody that has logged in. Today, we are going to be chatting about something quite exciting. Lauren has been at a Facebook Accelerator, and she's going to tell us a little bit about that and also about omnipresence. So we're talking social media marketing, focusing on the Facebook side, I think, but also what you've been learning and what is happening for you. So Lauren, tell us, what is this that you've been involved in? Because it sounds super exciting.
It is very exciting. One of the things that is working really well on social media is community building. And actually there's this concept of a community being like a moat around your business. That's a phrase that my partner often uses. It is something that's very, very hard to replicate quickly, because community building takes time, takes effort. In the social media world, you can think of your community as like your Facebook group. And we all know you're not going to have a group of 50,000 overnight. So we as future females have been building community for a long time. And what's exciting is Facebook themselves now run this program to support community leaders. To get this hair out of my face. When I get excited, so they've picked 80 communities from all over the world and have now brought us together as part of what's called the Facebook Communities Accelerator. It is a 6-month program. We spend 3 months working on growth planning, learning from Facebook, from the experts, how to best build an engaged community using the whole suite of Facebook tools, which is Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp. And then we spend 3 months executing that plan. So
wow, that is such an honor, first of all, and how amazing. What a incredible opportunity that you've been offered.
I'm excited because I'm such a social media geek. I'm like, any chance to see inside Facebook and like the inner workings, I just love. But I'm also excited because what I want to do is not just go through this accelerator like me and my team, but every week, and it's great that we have this forum too, share what we're learning and implementing out with every member of our community to then help their communities, because that's how we're going to have an even bigger impact.
Yeah.
So excited to be, I guess, the channel for this information through to all of your audience as well.
So exciting. So did you start this week or did you start last week already?
We started last week already, yes.
Okay. And what are some of the exciting takeaways that you've already gotten from it?
Whew. So it's been actually a week of networking, really. So we've I've discovered a very exciting online speed networking tool called Icebreaker, but it's just been beautiful connecting with other leaders. They've selected 11 from across Africa. They have quite a few US-based communities, as you can imagine, but they also have really niche groups from Brazil, from Egypt, some interesting cultural dynamics, as well as just kind of practical learning. So it's been interesting just being exposed to their stories and very inspiring. There are people doing all sorts of things too. There are, female empowerment organizations. There are people working in the mental health space. There are like bucket list groups. So what I've learned so far is that it is important to have a niche, and all of the communities that are thriving are the ones that have a very specific focus, whether it's an interest or whether it's a locality.
Yeah. So that's an interesting question probably to ask our viewers. Is your business very niche? Because I know that that's one of my challenges, Lauren, because I've literally got people of all different ages, all different ethnic groups, all different religious groups, all different, belief systems from countries all over the world. So it often becomes quite difficult for me when I'm trying to do the target marketing, because I've got such a wide audience, and you know me, I don't want to leave anybody out ever. So it can be quite challenging for me to really figure out, what my real niche market is. But I always know, the marketing gurus have said it a million times before, when you've got a niche focused, targeted market, that's when your company or your business really, really thrives. So I'd love to know from Daphne, Lauren, Romana, Dunya, Jennifer, any of you guys that are listening right now, does your company, does your business have a niche market that you cater to? Or are you still feeling fuzzy about what your niche market is? Because I know that's one of my challenges. Let us know in the comments below whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching a recording of this. I do go over the show's comments afterwards and engage with you guys, so I would love to know. So that's the first thing that obviously came up for you. What else has been exciting? I know you were talking about, what did I write down? Omnipresence.
Yeah, so we were talking about competitive advantages, actually, and kind of at a strategic level, and it ties into niche as well. Like, what makes your business, your community, your brand stand out from others? And I also like to think of niching as something that you can do. It's easy to think, okay, a niche needs to be like male or female, old, young, a dog versus a cat, really practical things. But I wouldn't overlook like attitudinal niching. And so what I mean when I say that is, like, Future Females is not for everyone. It is not for really girly girls who want to just have nice conversations and drink champagne. It is for people who are like really compelled to take action and change themselves, their future, take control of their income. And so someone who doesn't have that same impetus will not enjoy our community and our content. So when it comes to niching, it doesn't have to be like the visuals. It can be more behavioral, attitudinal elements. I
like that, because I think that also ties in with me, because my focus as well as Future Females, and I think that's why we work so well together, is people who want to thrive in all areas of their lives, people who want to really grow in all areas of their lives. And so that's growth mindset. And that already is a niche, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes. And you don't need to know this necessarily from day one. You'll learn it as you put your marketing out. You'll be like, when I say this, people really resonate. When I say this, they don't. So I'm going to stop saying that. And you'll gradually get more and more niche as you get those learnings as well. So how this ties in with omnipresence is, obviously you can build your brand and you can define your niche and you can define your values, how your community will operate, etc. But you still need to be visible. You still need to be putting your messages out there. And often what we find is we are touching a lot of people at a really high level, and we're not necessarily building deep, engaged relationships online as easily as we would offline. Because we know offline, like, you'll chat for an hour or you'll meet at multiple times, your paths will cross, and then you have a relationship. And so we need to simulate that same thing online. What is it they say? You need an average of 8 interactions for someone to know, like, and trust you enough to buy from you. And so how do you create those 8 interactions or more online? And one of the answers to this, and something we've been working on a lot, is this idea of omnipresence. This is, as a small business, particularly on social media, you can be everywhere for a few people as opposed to being seen once by a lot of people. If you think of those ads that like follow you around, you go to Future Females and then suddenly you're like, they're on Instagram, I'm getting their email, I'm getting them on Facebook, they're in my stories. Who is this person? She must have endless budget. It's like, we don't have endless budget. We just have gotten super, super niche with our ads and are running multiple things to be omnipresent to that small group.
So what helps with that? And I can see quite a bit of feedback coming back. I'm still figuring it out. Daphne is saying, Dunya also said she's still figuring it out. I think Lauren says, I'm here to learn, still in the ideas, thought process of the business. So these sessions are interesting and help so much with my best steps forward. Knowledge is power. Jennifer says, my niche market is educating, empowering humans on the legal rights, but especially my expertise in divorce. So that's wonderful, Jennifer, because that's really, really niche. So for you, I think it must be quite easy to really hone in on your target market. One of the things that I know is really helpful with this is, Lauren, you created a Facebook marketing course, which helps people understand the process of actually creating ads that work for your business instead of just boosting posts. Guys, how many of you just boost posts? Because that is a mistake that I did for years, and my money just went down the toilet because it was fine, like it kind of reached people, but it didn't really reach the right people, and it didn't really do anything from that. So who else on here, whether you're watching live or a recording of it, just boosts posts just so that you can reach more people? Because as we know, Facebook does not show your post to every single person. So it is important to get your posts out there, but knowing how to is even more important, because otherwise you're just pouring money down the drain. So how many of you, I know there's a little bit of a delay today in the internet, but how many of you are just boosting posts? Let me just say me in the comments below. Okay, so omnipresence through. So what are a few tips for people who are listening right now on how to become more omnipresent?
Cool. So I love that you're shaming the boosted posts, because as you say, it's a good way to spend your money. I actually saw a new feature on Facebook yesterday I sent to the guy I run ads with, and it's I don't know what it's called yet, but it popped up for me. And when you boost a post, it says, would you like Facebook to now automatically boost your posts for you? And I was like, I just literally screenshot it. And I was like, it could not be any easier to waste money on Facebook right now. Now they're just going to spend it for you and you don't even know what it's on. So I'm glad that came up, because that's not the best way to spend your money. The tips that I would have is, think about, when it comes to omnipresence or your ads more generally, pick a small group. you can't be omnipresent to 1 million people unless you have a lot of budget. So niche down your audience, like we've been talking about niching down your target and your strategy. Literally niche it down within Facebook. So you want to create a small-ish ad audience. I would suggest, if you don't have a big budget, let's say you're starting with $20 or 200 Rand a day, it doesn't have to be every day, then you don't want an audience ideally of more than like 200,000 or 300,000. I typically say you never really want an audience over around 800,000. So as your budget ramps up, your audience can grow a bit too. That 200 to 300,000 you can be omnipresent for if you run your ads consistently. So start smaller. Bigger audience doesn't mean bigger opportunity. It means you're spreading yourself more thin. So small audience. The second thing is think about your sequence of content. So we talked a few weeks about how an ad that just tries to sell is not going to work. You said I have a Facebook ad program, which I do. No one's going to buy a program if I just put up an ad that says I have a Facebook ad program, buy it. And I've tested it and this doesn't work ever. What works is having a little video of me teaching something about Facebook ads and then inviting people to a webinar and then selling them the ad. Think about how your conversation would flow offline if people were asking you about your business, and then simulate that in your ads. So you may have like just a picture of you talking about what you do in your business that someone sees first. And then when you're like, spend an hour with me, they go, oh, cool, because I've seen you, I like you, I will spend that hour on your webinar. And only then sell when they're like, a webinar is a great way as well to get a quick bond. It converts well too. So only then be like, buy this program. So think about your sequence.
Okay. I think that's so important, because I think, like you were saying, when you meet someone, you have a conversation, and that's how the actual relationship is built, because you sit and you chat and it's like, this is what I'm passionate about, this is what I do, and you find out what they're passionate about and what they do, and that's how a relationship is built. So does that make sense to you guys? Because I think just even if you just do those 2 tips today, it's going to assist you massively. Find your small group, guys. Lauren said between 200,000 and 300,000 to 800,000 maximum. How many of you have been doing more than 800,000? I think there have been a few. I see that's okay. And then you can spend as little as 20 Rand a day, but create an actual budget that is dedicated to growing that conversation, that relationship with that specific audience, and break it up. You know, Lauren, you said 8 touch points. I've heard 7, 8, 9, 14. Like there's different people have their different amounts that they kind of say. But if you guys can think about minimum sort of 7 or 8 touch points as your conversation, would that be a good tip so that you break it down like that?
Yeah, and I think it is different for different industries and different products. If selling a 1,000 Rand product will need fewer touch points than a 10,000 Rand. So obviously take this number with a pinch of salt, but the theory behind it is like build a relationship, because people are only going to buy from you if they trust you, if they know who you are, and if they resonate with you and your brand.
Yeah. Okay. That's amazing. I know you're going to be doing this business. What is it called? With Facebook.
The Communities Accelerator.
I'm thinking of Business Accelerator, because haven't you just launched?
Yeah, well, if you're like me, you've got Post-its everywhere and you're like, there's 50 here. Which one of these has the name of that little thing on it? Are you referring to the Facebook Run one or the program I'm launching?
The program you're launching. Okay. You've just launched a program. Is today the last day of sign up?
It is the very last day. And so it's our Future Females Founders Club. So, and we've actually committed to the founders in this club that we're going to be in there sharing every learning and the material from our experience in the Communities Accelerator through to all of these founders. So we open the door on Monday. It closes today. The Founders Club is a space for female founders who want to take their business to the next level of growth. We focus on 4 things: maximizing time, money, relationships, and energy. And it is a space where we build in, of course, content, live training workshops. You get coaching sessions and support. We have built in accountability. I don't think accountability can be undervalued. Like, it is one of the most important things. I just signed up to a fitness app, not because I want to do the trainings, but because I need someone checking in on me every single day. And that is what they commit to. I'm like, just tell me to get the hell out of bed. It's the only way I can do it. So we build in accountability. We actually pair up every founder with one other founder. So you have a one-on-one accountability partner. And every month we run goal setting sessions. And we also bring in our partners. So we have what we call toolkit trainings. We're bringing in Shopify, Google, Facebook to run practical trainings and step-by-step walkthroughs of how to use their tools the most effectively. So I think above all, it's a community and everyone wants to be part of something. We say you come for the content, but you stay for the community, because as soon as you're joining sessions, now obviously online, with other women at the same stage as you, the same struggles, speaking really authentically, it energizes you and it keeps you going. All of the strategies that people train, that I train, they work, but only if you implement them. And so communities and spaces like Thrive, it helps you get out of your head and just take the action and feel more confident. So that's what it's all about. And as you say, the doors close at midnight.
At midnight tonight. So can I ask one question? Do you need to have done your other course, the 10-week course from, passion project to real business in before you do this, or can you just dive in?
You can definitely dive in. They work very nicely.
I just joined on some of our people that are watching have said they've just joined, which is great.
I'm so excited for tomorrow because we're doing a virtual speed networking session in the morning. And I really enjoyed testing it yesterday with my team. So I look forward to getting to know you on a personal level. To answer your question, the two go nicely hand in hand. You don't have to have done one to do the other. Business School is very much an intensive 10-week program. If you're in the idea stage, it is going to push you every single week to bring that idea to life. Founders Club is less intense. It is, you can do the bits that you need when you need them. And so it's designed for people who are in business. However, people do join in the idea stage and they just have a bit more work to do, really.
Okay. And when is your next program for the 10-week course coming up from idea to business? When is that coming up?
That is a good question. I'm going to say sometime in August. We've revamped the content between every program, and we're finding, every time we have this discussion, there's something new for me to share, which is very convenient, but it's also because of COVID. And as the world starts opening up and as industries are shifting, we're finding different things working. So we're in a rebuild phase again. And so I imagine it will be around mid-August or the end of August.
Okay, amazing. So guys, I can see some of you are saying, can we please have the link? Of course you can have the link. If you're listening on Instagram, please jump onto my Facebook and the link will be there on our live. As soon as we finish this, I'll pop the link up so that you guys can join that. And yeah, I know the reason why I bring specific people onto this platform is because I've seen the results of what their communities experience by being a part of that person's program. And Lauren she's so honored. She's just sent me a WhatsApp with the link so that I can post it for you guys. But she really, Future Females is incredible in terms of the support, encouragement, tools that they share with their communities. And I've just seen businesses take off and take off and take off. And that is why I bring Lauren to you guys so much. In fact, Lauren's been with us, I think, more than anybody else on Thrive. But I know for the next few weeks, we are going to slow it down slightly. So Lauren will be with us only every 2 weeks because she's got all of this extra work coming up, but that doesn't mean she's going away, so don't worry at all. It is 2 minutes to 11. Is there anything else you want to add, Lauren, before I let you go?
No, just guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I love doing these sessions. I will be fortnightly temporarily because this accelerator is a lot of work and it's all through business hours, but I'll still be here sharing all of the tips. And for those of you who've joined Founders Club or are about to, we will be chatting tomorrow in any case. So I'll see you in there.
Amazing. And for everybody who isn't a Thrive member yet, if you're on Facebook, just type Thrive below. Or if you're not on Facebook, you can email thrive@susanakennedy.com and you can become a Thrive member. Whenever Lauren has webinars or any of our other members have webinars or anything extra special, I always send that out in the newsletter. I see a lot of people saying, thank you, Lauren. That was very interesting. Thank you for the interesting talk. Good luck. Looking forward to seeing you on Founders Club, which is great. So there are some lovely comments coming through. But it is 1 minute to 11. And what do we do at 11 o'clock every day? We howl 3 times and then we say, thank you, more please. And this is just to raise the vibration on this planet. I think now actually more so than ever, there's been a dip and people are feeling at a bit of a loss and it has been intensified. And so it is so important, guys, that you keep your energy at a good level, that you look after yourself, that you nurture yourselves truly, body, mind, head, spirit, and really take care of yourselves. I mean, Lauren was talking about starting to exercise again. I'm needing to start exercising again. It's the one thing that I've not been focusing on during this lockdown. So I'm going to start that again. I have started posting yoga classes in the Thrive private Facebook group, so you guys can check that out. But to all the essential workers, specifically the doctors and nurses, I know that you are under a lot of pressure. So we say thank you. And I hope that support is reaching you guys and just many blessings. So it is 11. 1, 2, 3. Are you ready, Lauren?
Oh, yes.
1, 2, 3. Ah!
I'm actually in a hotel.
Thank you, more, please. It's okay to be in a hotel. Somebody will go, what is that person doing? And you can tell them.
I keep waking everyone up at 7 a.m. because that's when I start my coaching. And I'm like, hello.
That's brilliant. Lauren, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that's watching. Bye for now.